Tonight on Connecticut's news station, a weather watch alert, rain and potential storms rolling in as the state heats up.
Stopping a tragedy before it happened. I'm Matt Karen reporting in Bristol. I'll tell you about the key arrest police made may have saved lives.
And speaking out against violence.
Should be more safe, more able to go outside and not in fear.
We're hearing from youth in the capital city about how the uptick is impacting their community.
Plus, tackling housing in Connecticut.
Younger families need a place to get started. This is a place where a young family can get started.
The new complex just opened in one town to bring residents more affordable options.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on the News at 6. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. We begin on a weather watch alert for some storms that are moving through our state and temperatures rising later this week.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with what we can expect. Rachel, the heavy rain just started here in Hartford.
Yeah, absolutely pouring out there. Vivid lightning to go along with it. There is a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 p.m. The storm should be mostly over with through that time frame. And so far, we haven't seen severe weather. The definition, you need to have damaging winds or large hail. But we have had flash flooding and ongoing a flash flood warning in the state right now for Hartford, Tolland, and a sliver of Windham County. Some areas in this region have picked up a quick 3, even 4 inches of rain around Enfield and Granby. And if you look a little bit farther south towards Ellington, a quick 3 inches of rain has come down. Now we're finally starting to see what has been a stationary area of heavy rain starting to move. So that heavy rain in northern areas starting to slowly creep farther south. And we also have some heavy rain down through the middle of the state, moving into eastern Connecticut from Killingworth over towards Durham. If you are in Haddam, East Haddam, that heavy rain heading your way next. East Hampton, the skies are about to open up because we have that heavy rain and thunder in Middletown through Cromwell. Rocky Hill getting hit hard right now with heavy rain, thunder, and that'll continue to move into Marlborough, Hebron, and Columbia here moving forward. So over the next couple of hours, we'll see these storms continue to move farther east, and then they will tend to dissipate and weaken after that time frame. The big story after that will be the heat and humidity. Tomorrow we are storm free. We're looking at high temperatures up around 90 degrees. We stay dry, but then we're on the weather watch for Thursday, not only because of the heat, but the combination of heat and humidity will make it feel like triple digits. A heat advisory is in effect. We're also watching the potential for thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe, and the severe threat is greater on Thursday than it was today. We'll take a look at the timing and what to expect here moving forward for the rest of the week and when the heat ends coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, with the temperatures expected to rise, Governor Lamont's office will activate the extreme hot weather protocol. People can dial 211 to find the closest cooling center or shelter to escape those brutal conditions. The governor's office also reminding people to stay indoors when possible and, of course, stay hydrated.
All right, we continue to follow some breaking news here from New Haven, where police are investigating the death of a very, very young child.
Yeah, New Haven police say the child's death is being investigated as suspicious, meaning police do not know if there's a criminal aspect or if that child died of natural causes. First responders were first called to a home on Davenport Avenue for a report that a young boy was found unconscious. The boy was later pronounced dead at that home.
Police originally said the child was 3 years old. However, in the last few minutes, they sent out an update indicating that child was just 3 months old. We're working to clarify with police and confirm that child's age for you again. All of this information we're getting is coming from New Haven police. Once again, they said the child was 3 years old originally, which we reported to you. We've just gotten an update. The child now only 3 months old. Connecticut's news station will continue to follow this breaking news story and bring you updates tonight, later on the news at 10 and 11. Meanwhile, tonight, Bristol police are being credited with stopping a tragedy before it started. They've arrested a man who they say was plotting an attack at UConn and other universities. Fox 61's Matt Karen's been digging into the details of a recent arrest warrant. He has more on that.
Well, Bristol police arrested Dennis DJ Hernandez at his home here in Bristol. When they confronted him, he actually yelled at police to shoot him. So they did, but with a taser. The Hernandez family, of course, a very well-known name here in Bristol.
I'm so glad they caught him before he did any damage.
For the fourth time this year, Bristol police arrested 35-year-old Dennis DJ Hernandez, this time for allegedly plotting mass shootings at schools, including UConn. Fox 61 obtained the arrest warrant, where his ex-girlfriend told police Hernandez drove to the store's campus July 7th to map the schools out and went inside a number of classrooms and buildings.
In this day and age, when our police department sees something that's a little bit suspicious, luckily they took quick action here.
In a text message to a family member, Hernandez allegedly wrote the UConn program is going to pay. I don't give a blank who gets caught in the crossfire. Going on to write, not all shootings are bad. I'm realizing some are necessary for change to happen.
This type of reckless violence, threats of violence can't be tolerated in today's society.
The arrest comes after Hernandez was apprehended in May following a high-speed chase. Then again, days later, for vandalizing property at ESPN. The Hernandez name, well known in Bristol. DJ Hernandez, the brother of convicted murderer and former football star Aaron Hernandez.
It's my hope for the Hernandez family that, Mr. Hernandez gets the help that he needs and they move forward.
In response to the arrest, UConn officials told Fox 61 at the time there was no known imminent threat. The key arrest thwarts what could have been a serious tragedy, reinforcing the importance of proactive police work and investigating every credible threat. But Bristol's mayor also says it puts the spotlight on mental health.
It affects people of all ages, it affects all families, and there are resources out there.
In fact, right now, Bristol is actually working on building a mental health behavioral center right here in the downtown. As for Hernandez, well, he's been charged with threatening, and he's being held on $250,000 bond. Reporting in Bristol, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Matt, thank you. We'll do tonight speaking out against violence as Hartford police investigate the city's now 21st homicide in the Frog Hollow neighborhood. Dozens of children engaged in programs that keep them off the streets are now joining religious leaders calling on more to be done to keep those streets safe.
Fox 61's Samaya Hernandez has been following this very closely and joins us live in studio to explain. Samaya.
Jen and Ben, we heard from children sharing their story and from faith leaders calling on police to do more.
At 16, Elijah Bailey has seen a lot, walking siblings to the bus stop, past trees, memorializing peers forever lost to gun violence.
My siblings, their bus stop is down that street. I have to walk them there every day because they can't walk there by themselves. So it's just kind of messed up that the people of this community don't get to enjoy the same situations as others.
I'm on a mission to elevate myself, my family, my community.
Elijah is one of 60 kids in a summer civic program with the Blue Hills Civic Association, where he's focused on solutions.
More productive schools opened up in Hartford, better education leads to better predicaments, less poverty, less gun violence.
Students joined Archbishop Dexter Burke in front of his Walk in the Light Church of God Tuesday.
They have failed us, and it's time that the community stand up and demand results and accountability.
But as detectives investigate the 21st homicide of 2023 in Frog Hollow, Burke is calling on officers to do more to keep North Hartford kids safe.
Roadblocks, checkpoints, block watches, and incentive programs.
Police Chief Jason Thody responding to Burke, saying in part, quote, the relationship between our officers and our community is central to our ability to do our job, and we take that very seriously.
And the city is planning to celebrate National Night Out 1 week from today to strengthen that relationship with the community. For details on that event, visit fox61.com. In studio, I'm Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Samaya, thank you very much. Well, in other news and new tonight, a fire broke out at a building in Waterbury this afternoon. This happening on Bank Street. Officials say renovation work was being done on the roof of the former Tony's Men's Shop when the blaze began. Fire crews were able to put out the flames in just a matter of minutes. No injuries were reported. Hartford police are investigating a murder-suicide that took the lives of 2 people. This happening at an apartment on Russ and Broad Streets. Police say Irving Lawler shot and killed Crystal Cooper and then shot himself. They say the couple had been dead for about 2 days when they were found by family.
we look for certain things, from as small as, has the door been left unlocked, or can we get in from the outside, or there's a lot of factors that go into it. Can't imagine. That's not something I really want to think about. It's absolutely horrible, and I truly feel bad for them that they had to see that.
Police say this is the second domestic violence-related homicide of the week and the 21st homicide of the year.
5 people were taken to the hospital after a chemical spill in Berlin. Officials say the TIG Hitco building on Brickyard Lane was evacuated this morning. Several employees reported minor effects because of this. 5 were taken to the hospital, 22 treated on scene. Officials determined that the spill was caused by a machine malfunction. DEEP responded to the scene as the spill was being cleaned up.
New Haven police are investigating a shooting. It happened last night just before 10 in the area of Ferry and Lombard Streets. Police say a man was found in a car with a gunshot wound. He was taken to Yale New Haven Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No word on any suspects or arrests. The incident is still under investigation.
Well, new tonight, more than 150 cars took over a Farmington parking lot back in May. Now, 2 men accused in reckless and dangerous displays during that takeover event are now set to face a judge. 24-year-old Antonio DeLeg of Stratford and 20-year-old Jesus Soledo Sanchez of Wethersfield are being charged with first-degree endangerment and mischief. Their cases are being continued to September.
I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you, so a lawyer in the case.
Then police have 3 additional warrants from the May 7th event on Farm Springs Road. Police identified and issued 60 tickets to spectators. Hartford police are looking for a suspect who allegedly stole a car from the parking lot of the Hartford Armory on Broad Street. Police sharing these photos of the suspect. They say he's seen on security footage entering a blue Ford F-150 with the Connecticut registration plate reading Dog Tag, D-O-G-T-A-G, and driving it out of a parking lot on Capitol Avenue. Anyone with information should call police.